Hey, okay, so like we talked about, math around Mr. Susevich's house. Um, Mrs. Susevich had this wonderful idea of hanging some lights outside. So I don't know if you've seen these hanging lights before. All right, they go outside. Brighten up the backyard, sit outside in the evening, all those things. You already know Mr. Susevich is ready for mosquito season. All right, he's got his garlic spray. All right, he's got his that leaf blower that then converts into the sprayer, all set up and ready to go. Um, so yeah, so the big thing is Mrs. Susevich likes to tell me what she wants, and then I have to figure out how to make it work. Yes, lucky for me. So there's things that we want to notice here is that these lights are a total length of 48 feet. All right. So because they are 48 feet, and we actually have two boxes of them. All right. So grand total of yes, 96 feet of lighting that we are working with. So here's how this works. In our house, in our backyard, it kind of makes an L. So that's actually the back of the garage, and this is the rest of our house that's here. So you got the garage that's over here, and then this would all kind of back over here be the house area there. So there's kind of the edge of it that's there. So what Mrs. Susevich wants to do is she wants to run the lights in this kind of diagonal formation. We've got gutters there that we can hang it from. So what I need to figure out is, okay, how much room is this going to take up? Do I want to separate them by just 1 foot, 2 foot, 3 foot, 4 foot? I need to get an idea here of what this is going to take because this is me up on a ladder, and I'm not getting up and down a ladder, up and down, up and down, up and down all over again. I got to go with the plan here. So math again, going to rescue me, excuse me. It's going to save me from doing that. So I'll be able to plan things out. And again, it's an estimate. So I'm not going to be up there measuring everything, but I'm going to measure that first one and get a very good idea as I kind of move forward. So the thing about it is that the outlet is actually right there. And there's already an outlet that's there in the, I guess if you want to call it the ceiling right now, right as you kind of step outside our door, we have a little bit of a ceiling that's there. So there's an outlet that's there that we can plug right into. So what I was thinking about doing is going out 3 feet each time. So kind of breaking this up into 3 foot intervals of spacings, which means 3 feet, 3 feet, 3 feet, 3 feet, and 3 feet. The issue here is this is on a diagonal. And because these lights are going to be going on a diagonal, I got to break out some heavy duty math here. And there is something that's called the Pythagorean theorem. So things in math that are rules that are called theorems, abbreviation for my theorem that's there. Things in math, like in science, you have laws, all right? Law of gravity. In math, we have theorems. And in the Pythagorean theorem, it says in a right triangle, and look what I've got here. All right, I've got myself a right triangle every single time because I've got this right angle that's in the corner. But what it says is if you take one of the sides, all right, and you square it, you add on the other side that's being squared, it'll always equal the long side of the triangle or the missing side that we're talking about here squared. They always match up. And this only works for right triangles. But we've got a right triangle, so which is why I can use it. So it's sometimes known as a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Ask your parents, kids. Ask your parents. Throw out the word Pythagorean theorem. Test them on it. See what they say. All right. Or tell them a squared plus b squared equals c squared, and see what their response is. It is one of the most widely known theorems, and you'll be spending a lot of time with this theorem moving forward in math. Very popular on the construction site because when you build walls and you want right angles, you use the Pythagorean theorem to make sure that things match up. So let's walk you through it here. All right, in that very first triangle that I've got, all right, look something kind of like this here. it's 3, it's 3. So those are the sides. So I'm going to take the number 3 and square it. I'm going to add on another 3, and it's going to be squared, and then it's going to equal that long side squared. So 3 squared is 9. 9 plus 9. All right. Not 81. No. It'd be 9 times 9. All right. It gives me 18. But it has to be the long side squared. So I've got to figure out a number squared that's very close to 18. Well, if we go to our calculator, all right, we actually have a feature that's there. And that's this guy right there. And that's called the square root button. So the square root button allows me to figure out what number is going to be squared. So for example, I'm going to do the square root of 18, and it tells me it's about 4.24. So it's not exact. And if we think about it, take 4. What's 4 times 4? Well, it's 16. And that is pretty close to 18. If I do 5 times 5, I get 25, a little bit further away. So again, I'm dealing with estimates that are here. I want to get a general idea. So I'm just going to stick to whole numbers. So everything that I'm going to do is I'm going to round to the nearest whole number. So I'm just going to call that 4 feet. So what that tells me is this particular distance, the orange one here, is going to be 4 feet. So right now I've started at my outlet, I've gone 3 feet, and I've gone 4 feet. So we can just kind of come off the side. I got 3 feet plus, and I got a 4 foot. That's there. All right. And then, so I've come here. I'm separating them by 3 feet. There's another 3 feet. And now I got to figure out how long this line is. Well, once again, I've got myself a right triangle. I've gone out 3 and 3, which makes 6. And we've done the same thing on the other side. So side squared plus side squared. So we can kind of speed through this a little bit. 6 squared plus 6 squared. So in other words, 36 plus 36. And I got to figure out that's going to be that long side squared. So that's 72. So in other words, what number squared is going to give me 72? So I can estimate 8 times 8, 64. Right, 9 times 9, 81. So it kind of seems like it's in the middle. That's there. I can go back to my calculator, hit that square. Let's clear that all out of there. All right. Hit that square root button that's there. Hit that square root button that's there. There we go. And oh my goodness, all that frustration here. Let's go back. What was it? Oh, 72. Yeah. All right, so square root of 72. Let's see what that says. 8.48. Okay, so 8.5, which kind of makes sense as we kind of talk about it. It does seem like it's in the middle. So I'm going to round up. I'm going to go 9 here. All right. It's pretty much 8.5, so it's 9. So I'm going to call it 9 just for the sake of dealing with some whole numbers that are there. All right. So now I've used up 9 more. All right. So now I'm going to go and I'm going to do another 3. That's there. All right. And now I got to figure out how long that line is. So 3, 3, and 3. So 3, 6, 9. So again, I've got myself my right triangle. It's a 9. It's a 9. So 9 squared is 81. So it's 81 plus 81, right, which is 162. Kind of getting a little bit further out of my range there. All right. I do know 12 squared is 144. I think 13 squared is 169. And so I think we're going to be really close to that. So I think it is going to be 13. Let's go back and let's see. Square root. Oops. Man, does not like me. See, people, this is why I don't like that Google Calculator. Those of you that use it, my goodness, handheld calculator that's there is where it's at. But I was just trying to get you guys a visual that's there. All right, refresh. All right. Let's see here. Square root, square root, square root, square root. There we go. Right back to it again, people. My goodness. 162. All right, so let's see here. 162. All right, 12.7. So yeah, so we're gonna call it 13. That's there. So oops, there's our 13. So right now I'm gonna kind of see what I've used so far. I got 10 right there. All right, I got 16 right there, and I've got 13 right there. So 10 and 16 is 26. 26 and 13, that's going to give me 39. Remember, it's 48 feet in one particular set, but remember, they do connect, and I'm going up to 96 sets there. So, all right, 3 more. So now 39, all right. I'm going to start with my 3 that's here, and now I'm going to go ahead and figure out how many we're dealing with here. So 3, 6, 9, 12, all right. So it's 12 squared plus 12 squared. So 144 plus 144, which is 288. So again, I've got to kind of think about, well, what could I do there to get to that 288? What could I square? So again, square root feature. People, I'm going handheld calculator here. I'm sorry, I can't continue to do that there. All right. So that's pretty much 17. All right. It's 16.97. So yeah, 17. 17 squared is 289. So you can see how close we are to it. So there's a 17. Now what I have to be careful about here is my numbers are getting much larger here. So it's really going to start to jump. So 17 more. So I've got 20 more. So right now I'm at 59. All right. Go back. Let's do 3 more. All right. And let's see how long this line is. Let's see what ends up happening here. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So 15 squared is 15 squared. All right. 15 squared is 225. So 225 plus 225. All right. How about a 450? So we're going to take that square root of 450. Again, I'm reaching for my calculator. That's there. Let it take care of the dirty work for me. And that gets me 21.2. I'm going to say that's 21. All right. So now I'm at 21. So let's see where we're at. So this is 20. All right. This is 25 or 24, excuse me. So now I'm at 45 that we're dealing with. And I had 39 from before. So 40 and 45 makes 85, but we'll go back one because I brought, so I'm at 84 right now. Remember, I can get up to 96. So here's the issue that I'm dealing with is to get from 84 to 96. What, 12? Yeah. The next one's gonna be way over 12, so it's not gonna work here. I'm gonna get stuck out, just maybe about halfway, less than halfway. So what that tells me here is threes. I mean, I guess I could. Um, Maybe I'd want to stretch it out a little bit more, go a little bit past 3 each time because I know I have extra room to deal with. The big thing is I have to find out from Mrs. Savage that she liked the 3 feet distance, and then making sure it supports because this is getting to be rather long. I might have to put a pole here to kind of hold up the lights because remember they're up in the air. So, but this way, at least I've got a plan in place. All right, I kind of know what I am dealing with. I kind of like that. I definitely want to have leftover when it comes down to it. I could take that leftover of about 12 feet, and if I ran it back 3, 6, 9, 12, that almost gets me back there. So again, that's something else. That's another option that I have to use with the lights. But yeah, we're gonna have to see what she thinks of it. So yeah, math there, people. All right, just another day at the Susevich household. All right, math being used. Take care.